impressions of how the offense operated as a whole, like just operating the offense on Saturday?
Yeah, I thought we were pretty sharp. I think that was one of the things we talked about, is just making sure we had a sound procedure. Got guys in and out of the huddle, limited pre-snap penalties and mistakes, and I think for the most part did a good job of that. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but definitely a good starting point, I would say, for us.
How about your communications with Getsy?
It was great. Luke was great. He got us the calls quickly. Personnel was super clean, so that was great as a quarterback. It makes it easier for us, when you have time on the clock, you get the call in and everything. From a communication standpoint, flows that well. So that was really good. Made it easier on us quarterbacks.
Trevor, you got a big chunk play on 4th and 2. Can you take us through that sequence to Dante that came open for you guys?
Yeah, Dante ran a great route. I know you saw how much separation he got. I think that's one of those things Dante's done really well, for the last month. So he's definitely a guy that I trust when I'm out there with him. And when a guy's that open, you just give him the ball as quickly as you can. But I was really encouraged by Dante and a lot of the young receivers getting separation and making plays.
The operation is so clean or good for week 1 of the preseason. How unusual is that, and what does that mean? What does that say for the offense going ahead? How big of a deal is that in the big picture?
Yeah, it's significant just because there's so many mixing and matching with bodies. You don't know who's playing with who. You got different groups going. That's kind of how the preseason goes. So, credit to the coaches for giving us a plan that we could execute cleanly and efficiently. But yeah, you just don't know because if a guy gets hurt or guys are playing different amounts of time, it's some bodies you're not familiar with sometimes. But it was encouraging.
When Fields is playing and then he comes back over to the bench, what's the communication like with you and Justin Fields and with Nathan Peterman? What do you guys tell you guys? Is there good communication with you three?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like our meeting room transferred over to our little corner of the bench there, and we have the iPads, and there's a couple stupid jokes in between slides that we share, and we just look at the plays, and probably similar to the conversations you guys are having up there. Did you see that? Did you look at that? So.
Are you able to diagnose, like you said, on the iPad, and when he comes over, show him, say, hey, here's, like, you noticed something, and help him out like that? Yeah,
and a lot of times you're just confirming what happened. So Justin's out there, or whoever's playing is out there, and they get to see firsthand, obviously, what's going on. The iPad and just, the second and third person on the sideline, whoever it is, Luke, Nate, myself, can just kind of confirm what the defense was or what happened on a certain play. So, yeah.
He's obviously got rare athleticism that allows him to get out of trouble, and maybe sometimes he gets to it too soon. That's not your game, right? Does that dynamic count? Does that dynamic between you guys, does that allow you to kind of help him see, maybe where he could have hung in there just a little bit longer because it wouldn't be your natural instinct to bail so quick?
Yeah, I think there's a balance there between, what the book says and progressions and all that, and what makes, Justin or whoever else the player that they are. So you kind of toe that line. But, I think I'm a good compliment to Justin in the sense that, that's all I have, where he has that ability. And I'll never know what that's like, right, having that kind of ability to do some fun things off script or off schedule. So there's a balance, but at the same time, Justin's going to make a lot of plays in his career doing exactly what he does and trusting his instincts. So I don't think you ever want to take that away from him.
How much more difficult is it with the receiving corps kind of shuffling guys in and out like that to get the scheme down that's so dependent on timing as it is?
Yeah, it just puts a huge emphasis on the communication during the week in the huddle. You can't have any gaps in that communication. Like you said, when it's different guys, it's hard at times, but that's part of the job. So I think Tyke does a great job with those guys. Like I said, I think the operation breaking the huddle, getting guys set, and motions and landmarks was super clean. So it could be better, like I said, but good start.
Trevor, Luke was in here a little bit ago talking about his challenge of being balanced between being patient and kind of soothing with you guys, but also being ultra demanding. I'm curious from your vantage point how you've seen him
Find that balance and do those things.
Yeah, I think I've been thankful for Luke because I've improved as a player, and And I think all players or, players in this league that are worth anything want to be coached, and they want to be coached hard. That's my opinion, and I've improved under Luke and Andrew, so I'm thankful for that. But there's no doubt that's kind of what makes this game so rewarding at times. There's always areas you can improve on and get better on, and Luke and Andrew have done a really good job with us on that, I think.
How do you describe his demands, I guess, and the standard that he wants from you guys?
Yeah, I think Luke's got a great sense of he's played the position. He kind of knows what it should look like, and he can put himself in your shoes in real time. But he's what the expectations are, which is as good as players. You want to know what the communication expectations are like from your coach and from your staff. So I'll get on that end.
What's Jano like in leading your group?
Sorry.
What's Janico like in leading your group?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, he's great, man. Excellent head of hair to start things off. But yeah, he's awesome. The thing I appreciate about Andrew is he's coached just about every position on offense, right? So he has that background, and I think that's unique to our position. He can kind of give you, what makes certain guys' jobs easier or harder, and that's good insight for us. But he's a great coach. He's wicked smart. He knows when to keep it light. But again, thankful for Andrew. He's done an awesome job with us.
How confident did you feel inside the pocket, and how's your chemistry with the offensive line?
It was good. I thought we had a good tempo going. Obviously, there's areas I want to improve, and I think we can all improve as a unit across the board. But I think for the most part, the offensive line was trustworthy, which is big as a quarterback. Lets you do your thing. Quarterback, running back, receivers. We all go as they go. So that's the most important unit on the field as far as I'm concerned.
Pretty smooth pitch and catch to Ebner with a touchdown. What have you seen in him
as both a route runner and a guy who can be a reliable catcher of the football?
Yeah, he has some traits and has some feel to catch the ball out of the backfield, which is massive. So, he's still learning for sure, but you're definitely encouraged by some of the things he can do out of the backfield or in an open split. So it's been fun to see, guys like him take some steps in camp, and he'll only get better the more and more he improves. He's wired the right way, and I'm like a lot. You don't really know until you get in live action. Guys are getting tackled, and things get more real. But it was fun to see him play.
What were your impressions of Tevin Jenkins at right guard today?
Good. I mean, he's a smart guy, so it's telling that he can move inside and didn't miss a beat. So yeah, ultra talented. But yeah, it's not easy, moving positions like that. So it'll be fun to see him if that is, if he does move around. It'll be fun to see how that goes.
Would you normally expect more hiccups for a guy moving from tackle to guard off the bat?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's just it's a little different deal, different sets, different angles. Everything's different. You're playing in a tighter space. So can't give you a full breakdown on one day without pads, but that's about it.
How much work do you want the next couple weeks in the preseason game action?
As much as I can get. I think it's those reps are. I don't think as a quarterback you get enough reps. Just in general, not just me, but I would say the starters, just the way practices and things go. Now, when the season starts, obviously the starter gets a mountain of reps, but there's nothing like getting real live reps.
To your trained eye, was there anything you saw from Fields in the game Saturday, kind of an inside quarterback thing that maybe it was a good indicator that you guys would see that, showed he's coming along, making progress?
Yeah, I liked how decisive he was. When he pulled the trigger, he went. When he broke the pocket, he went. So I think those are encouraging things for a young player. It's easy at times. I don't want to say easy, but you can fall into that trap of just patting the ball or being indecisive quickly. So I was encouraged by how quickly he pulled the trigger when he made his moves.
What you learned about Coach Getsy on Saturday that maybe you didn't know, having not played in the game with him?
Yeah, I think you don't know what the voice in the headset's going to sound like a lot of times. I've heard a lot of different voices. You know, guys talk fast, they talk slow, they curse at you, they curse at other people. But Luke was pretty mellow, which was encouraging. So he gave us the calls quickly. You know, he gave us the personnel. It was a treat, honestly, to get it from.
Preference on whether your OC is on the field, in the booth? Have you experienced different ones?
It doesn't matter to me. I guess it's nice to see him on the field if you got to share something with them. But you can, I mean, they have phones, headsets. You can get in touch with them pretty easily, I guess. So.
Last one. Go ahead. When you say you're better, they're making you better. Is that a function of being in a comfortable offense, or are they literally just teaching you things that make you physically a better quarterback?
Both. I like this scheme. I love this scheme. I think I can play my best football in this scheme, but fundamentally, mentally, I've improved as a player. So.